Oh, my knee popped. All right, well, we're gonna start out seated this morning, just as you are. And go ahead and place your hands next to your hips and lift up just a little bit and kind of shimmy there, finding that nice even connection of your sit bones down on the ground. Placing your hands down on the tops of your knees. Go ahead and close your eyes. Take a big breath in. Open the mouth and let it go. One more big inhale. Sitting up nice and tall, filling the chest. And sigh it out. Let's place your right hand on your belly, your left hand over your heart. No judgment as we have our hand on our belly. As we're sitting here right now, not thinking how our body looks, not thinking about our posture, and any negativity towards our body. This morning we're going to focus on finding some strength and balance, stability, just using our body weight, but most importantly using our breath. So this helps us get out of our heads and focus on how our bodies feel, which is so much more important. Let's take a deep breath in, filling up the belly, allowing that breath to rise, lifting your chest and lengthen through the crown of the head. And then with lips sealed, slowly exhale it out, allowing the chest to fall, and then draw the navel in towards the spine. So it's like a little abdominal exercise because you're trying to empty everything out all the way. And then when you have nothing else to empty out, inhale, filling up. Really expanding, rising up tall. With lips sealed, exhale. Let's do one more here. Inhale. And exhale. Placing your hands on your knees. If your eyes are closed, you can go ahead and open them. And we're going to take some body circles here. So inhale, send the chest forward. Maybe drop the head back, feel a little stretch in the front of the throat. And then exhale, lean over to the right. And all the way to the back. So now you're really rounding the spine, hanging onto the knees. Allow the chin to fall towards the chest. And then inhale over to the left, leaning over. Stopping whenever that right hip wants to lift. And sending the chest forward. All right, now let's move with our breath. So exhale to the right, to the back. And inhale as you come around to the other side and back forward. Continue going, just a couple more rounds of breath. For some reason, I feel like I'm making up a dance. To the right, to the back. Oh Lord. One more round here. Yeah, we're gonna switch the other way. Try to allow the shoulders to kind of fall away, fall down your back as you shift forward. And then really expand the shoulder blades whenever you round the spine towards the back. One more. And then pausing here. Let's interlace those fingers, send the palms forward. Let's drop the right shoulder down. And then the left shoulder. Here's another dance. Who knows what I'm doing each morning? Dropping that right shoulder down. And then the left shoulder down. Just one more to each side. And then send those palms towards the sky. Open up the chest. Reaching as tall as you can. And then exhale, bend the elbows, open up, dropping the head back. Release the arms all the way down. to the mat and roll the shoulders back. And let's drop the right ear to the right shoulder here. And just gently take the right hand, reach around and just place it on top of that left shoulder. Just a little bit of resistance, not necessarily pressing down. And then rock the head forward and back. Continue to breathe those deep breaths here. If your mind is already wandering, take a deep breath in and sigh it out. And switch to the other side, left ear, left shoulder, and take that left hand and just gently place it on that right shoulder. Sometimes we have to assist those shoulders down away from our ears, where they tend to go throughout the day when we're stressed or just breathing. Wiggle that out. And then find that neutral position, rolling the shoulders back again. It's so important for us to have a nice open posture. One thing it can give us is confidence. It's a posture of just self-confidence, self-esteem, standing up nice and tall, the shoulders back. Whenever we're like this, we're usually closed off, kind of second-guessing ourselves and not feeling as confident. So just standing up tall might trick our minds and we feel a little bit more confident. All right, let's go ahead and swing legs around, coming into tabletop position. And we're about to start doing some strengthening stuff here. But first, let's stretch out the wrists a little bit. Since in yoga, we're often on our wrist. So flipping the palms over, turning the fingertips towards each other, and just gently rock side to side. Soft bend in those elbows. If it's too much, you can take your fist and just do that. Maybe make some circles here. And then turn the palms face down, fingertips towards your body, and gently rock forward and back. All right, turning the palms to a nice neutral position, fingertips facing forward. Knees are right underneath our hips. Shoulders over the wrist. Spread the fingers wide and dig those fingertips down into the ground. And let's go through just 2 rounds of cat and cow, finding our breath here. Inhale, drop the belly, maybe shift forward slightly. Exhale, round the spine out, pressing the mat away as much as you possibly can. Inhale, drop the belly for cow pose, open up. And exhale, cat pose, empty it all the way out. Finding that neutral spine, draw that navel up towards the spine, really engaging here in the core. All right, we're gonna wake it up. Option to tuck the toes and stay right here and just think about drawing the hands towards the knees. So you're actively squeezing everything here. Maybe your body shakes, which is a good thing. If you want to take it further with toes tucked, take your gaze forward so you find some length in the spine. Pressing the hands down, lift the knees up. Go ahead and find your breath here. One more round of breath. Exhale, knees wide, toes touch, send the hips back for child's pose. I know that wasn't nice to do first thing in the morning, right? Maybe rock the forehead side to side. And then rounding the spine, coming back up to a neutral tabletop position. We're gonna step the right foot back, pressing the ball of the foot into the mat. And then turn the left toes out, coming to a modified side plank here. All right, reaching up through those right fingertips. My shoulders are stacked right on top of each other. Hips are nice and open. Option to stay right here or hover that right leg off the mat parallel with the ground. Flex those toes. Really squeezing everything. Take a big breath in. Exhale, maybe reach that right arm over your ear so you're one long line here. One more breath. And exhale, release down out of it. Roll it back over. Coming into your tabletop position. Stepping the left foot back. Feel that calf stretch for a moment here. Drawing the low belly in and up. And then turn the right foot out this time for a kickstand. Opening up, reaching that left arm high to the sky. Ask yourself if you want to try it on this side. If you did on the other side, try to mirror it, but notice if it feels different. Hover that left leg off the ground. Squeezing. Big breath in. Exhale, reach that left arm over the ear. One long line. Big breath. Exhale, release it out. Roll it back over. Turning into your tabletop again. All right, we're gonna drop down to our forearms. I'm being so mean this morning, but it's good to change things up a bit. All right, we're gonna come into a plank pose. So down on our forearms, or you can be up on your hands. And option to keep your knees down here. So we'll start out with our knees down. How about that? All right, so elbows right underneath our shoulders. Take your gaze forward, lengthen the spine, draw the low belly up. One more breath here in this modified plank. And then maybe lift the knees up. One more breath. Exhale, lower all the way down. Let's bring one cheek to the mat. Arms down by your sides, bend the knees, and just drop the feet side to side. Yeah, wiggle it out. Maybe roll those ankles around. So we're releasing some endorphins this morning, getting our heart rate up a little bit higher than it usually goes. But we're also doing something so good for our body, and that's stretching and focusing on our breath. Getting out of our heads, our little judgmental minds. And let's release the feet down long. Come into that Cobra Prep with our fingertips out wide. Bend those elbows. And let's first just kind of roll the shoulders. Your head is turned down. And then when you're ready, inhale, press the fingertips down as you lift the chest up, however high you want to go. Exhale, release it down. Adjust your fingertips. Maybe you want to take them further towards the top corners of the mat. Inhale, lifting the chest up. Exhale, down. One more time, adjusting those fingertips if you'd like to. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale it down. Placing the hands next to your side. Lift the toes, or tuck the toes. All right, option to lift up into a plank or a modified plank straight up from here. So if you want to try a full plank, let's take a big inhale in. And exhale, press it up into that high plank or modified plank with the knees down. It's up to you. Take your gaze forward. One more breath here. And exhale, make your way to downward facing dog, lifting the hips up and back. And pedal those feet out. Shifting the hips side to side, dropping the elbows down one at a time. All right, releasing those heels down. Spin the elbows down towards the mat and dig the fingertips down. All right, we're gonna lift the right foot up. And with the knee bent, send that right foot towards the sky. See if you can lift it up a little bit higher. Maybe a little bit higher. And then exhale, shifting forward, knee towards the nose. Step that foot through between the hands, pausing here in this high lunge. Allowing the hips to kind of settle down, feeling that stretch here. Let's take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. And then kind of drop it down, gathering some energy from the ground. And we're gonna rise all the way up into a really high, long crescent lunge. Now, option to kind of stay lower, sending that heel towards the back. Or you can step that back foot in, maybe walk the feet out wider for more stability and balance. Wherever you are, kind of tuck the hips under some. Draw the shoulders down the back. All right, let's begin to move our body. Really finding some grounding down in those feet, nice and even. So let's bring our hands to our heart, and we're gonna exhale, fold it over. So we're just finding length of the spine like we're reaching for something, or we're looking for something, and then rise it back up. Exhale, folding over. Inhale up. Last one, exhale, fold it over. Inhale, rise it back up. Reaching the arms up towards the sky one more time. All right, let's bring our hands to our hips. And you can step that back foot in just a little bit because we're gonna bend the knees and we're gonna come to the top of the mat, but we're gonna be lifting that left knee, standing on the right leg. So when you're ready, bend down like you're about to spring forward, shifting the weight into that right foot, lift the left knee up. Ooh, lots of fun little transitions this morning. Draw the shoulders down the back. Find something to focus on. This is called your drishti. Maybe that right leg is burning. All right, hands to your heart. We're gonna come into warrior three here. Option to just put the foot back on the ground into a crescent lunge. Depending on how you feel this morning, it's completely fine. Otherwise, let's really dig those right toes down. Take your gaze forward, find something to focus on. And send the left leg back, parallel with the ground. If you have blocks or you want to put your fingertips down on the ground or the couch, chair, feel free to do that. And then slowly bend that standing leg, step the left foot back. We're gonna place the hands down on the inside of that right foot, walk those toes out. So now we've got a lot of space here, a lot of wiggle room for our hips to release. And let's drop that back knee down, untuck the toes, place your hand on the right knee and just open the chest up. Just a little twist here. Now in your twist, really engage that low belly to protect the spine and just open the shoulders up. Use your exhales to twist. And then when you're ready, plant that right hand down on the inside of that foot. We're gonna step the right foot back to meet the left. Tuck the toes under, preparing for a chaturanga. Send the elbows in. So you're about to make like a little shelf. Sending the elbows back, exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Untuck the toes, maybe just a baby cobra right here. Draw the elbows back towards each other, press the tops of the feet down. Exhale, lower, tuck the toes, lift the hips up through tabletop and into downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. If you want to pedal the feet out, you can. And when you're ready, let's lift that left foot up, bending the knee, and send the sole of that foot towards the sky. See if you can lift it up a little bit more. A little bit more. And then shift it forward, knee towards the nose. Step the foot through between the hands, pausing in this high lunge. Breathing here. And then when you're ready, we're going to bend the knee, making a little spring with our body and slowly rise up to that high crescent lunge. Again, feel free to move the feet outward, but really ground those feet down. You're nice and rooted. Maybe send the heel towards the back, coming into a deeper crescent lunge. All right, hands to our heart. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, fold, looking over, trying to find something. Inhale it back up. Exhale, reaching with the crown of the head. Inhale, back up. Last time, exhale, reaching. Inhale, back up, reach the arms towards the sky. One more time. Bring the hands to the hips. Let's make that little spring. You can step the back foot in some. And bend that knee. And let's bring the right knee up towards your chest. Standing up tall, draw those shoulder blades down the back. Even for me, it helps when I say it out loud. I'm like, oh, they were right there. Pausing here. And let's bring our hands to our heart, coming into that warrior three. Again, you can place the toes down on the ground when you send the leg back, or begin to shift forward. Find something to focus on. Hover that right leg parallel to the ground. Hips are square. Turn those, flex the toes and turn them down. One more breath. Exhale, slowly bend that standing leg. Step the right foot back. Drop the hands down the inside of that left foot. Walk the toes out. Ricky just came out. Uh-oh. Open that knee up. Wiggle around here if you'd like to for a minute. And then drop that back knee down. Untuck the toes. Place the left hand on top of the knee. And open the chest up. So looking over that left shoulder. If it bothers your neck, just turn your head face forward. Keep it in line with your spine. And then placing that left hand back down. We're going to send the left foot back to meet the right, preparing for Chaturanga. Your knees can be down, or tuck the toes this time, lifting the knees up. From this high plank, take your gaze forward. Exhale, Chaturanga, bending the elbows back. Come down, untuck those toes. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, open the chest up for Cobra. Knees can be up or down. Open up, take the chin up. Drop the knees down, tuck the toes, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths here. I love downward facing dog because sometimes it's just like a little reset for my brain. Getting my head below my heart for a moment when I'm all up in my head. And let's drop the knees down out wide, toes touch, hips back for child's pose. Walking the hands in, lifting the chest up. Let's come into a seated posture. Let's come into this final grounding posture here. Hey, Ricky. Sitting up nice and tall. Let's close the eyes again. This morning you are exactly where you need to be, or whenever you're doing this practice. Finding gratitude for showing up on your mat, doing something great for your body, something maybe a little bit challenging. Thanking your body for everything it does for you each and every day. Let's honor our bodies with lots of water today, good nourishing food, and just feeling that sense of nourishment whenever we have food, knowing that it's fueling our organs, our cells, and most importantly, our minds. Eating those happy foods. Place your hands on your heart. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. The light in me truly honors the light, the love, beauty, joy, and peace in each of you. Namaste.